guys, welcome back to another episode of Author Interviews with Jazz and Prose. I'm your host, Sai, and today we're here with the amazing author Blk Qween. She's stopping by, highlighting her book, His Rented Family, but she's an author of many, many books. So, Blk Qween, how are you doing this evening?
I'm well, and you? How are you? Thank you for having me on the show.
Absolutely. I'm good. It's a Friday. It's a 3-day. Is it a 3-day weekend for y'all? Where are you? You're
I'm in New
in.
York. I'm in New York City.
Okay, yeah. So it's a 3-day weekend. So I'm good. I can't complain at all. And I love New York. Oh my God. I love New York. It's one. Now, usually, because it's a 3-day weekend, like I think 2 years ago, I think I took a trip there just by myself, just because I love New York. And I went to like a concert and just, yeah, I love New York. I'm so jelly. But I know like sometimes it's different when you live there. And because I'm from New Orleans, so a lot of people like, oh, I love New Orleans. And today is the anniversary, guys, of Hurricane Katrina. And it is. And I just thought about that because I was going to say, like, a lot of people, it's a place that they romanticize it a lot in New Orleans. But living there, we experience a very different kind of, I love it, but I don't think I would ever move back there. I don't know, but I do love it. It's nostalgic, but I'll digress on that. So let's go ahead and start with the cover. I always start with the covers, okay, for His Rented Family. So how did you come up with this beautiful color? I love the cover, the colors of this cover.
It was actually a pre-made.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a cover artist that's from Russia, and she had it on her page as a pre-made. And so I was like, basically the only adjustment I made was that I made her shade Candle and More. She was too light for me.
Okay.
And that she shaded the baby a little bit more. But other than
Okay.
that, it was a pre-made, on her page. So I didn't design it, she did.
She did. So did
Mhm.
you come up with the idea from this book based on the cover?
Yeah. I saw the
Yeah.
cover and I just instantly came up with a title and an idea, and I just went on and then wrote it. It took me about a week to write it.
Oh my God. She's shaming me, guys. I wish I could be one of those writers that can write fast. I just can't. I'm working on it though. I've gotten back into it, but I've
It
done that.
takes time.
Yeah, and that's the
Takes
thing that
time.
I don't. That's the thing that I don't have a lot of.
Mhm.
Because it's just like, yeah, life, but I'm a work in progress. That's my goal for what is this, 2025? It's
Mhm.
just to write more because I
Mhm.
do a lot of things. I'm a teacher too. So it's like, oh my God,
Mhm.
I'm grading papers. I'm one of those teachers that still grade by hand when they, do their work on paper. But I've done that before too. I have so many covers. I think Miko, I found her in the group.
Mhm.
I've bought so many pre-mades from her, and I just like, oh, I got a story for this, got a story for that. So I love that, but I haven't written it. So you actually write them, so that's amazing. I'm so glad that you're
Mhm.
here to share some knowledge with us. But I love this cover. I love it. So before we get into the book, just go ahead and tell our audience a little bit about yourself and how you became a writer.
Um, I started writing after my mom passed away. My mother passed away in 2018. And so at that time I was suffering from insomnia. And so I began writing because I was up at night.
Okay. Okay. So
Mhm.
because I know a lot, and first of all, I'm sorry for your loss. I know a lot of people that come on here. Usually I was expecting you to say, oh, I've always been writing ever since I was a little girl. I carried a notebook and I did this
Mhm.
but this, okay, all right. So as a child though, did you enjoy writing, or was this something that you
No.
fully like? No. Okay. And I love that you're here to vocalize that. No, I do. Because a lot of our listeners, I don't want them to think like, oh, well, you have to be, have to have
Mm-mm.
it when you were a child,
No,
and you
I didn't like it. I liked English, but I didn't like the writing aspect of it. I never aspired
Mhm.
to write a book. I never wanted to write a book. I had an idea for one for years that I was carrying around, but I just never did it. And
Yeah.
it was always I'll get to it, I'll get to it, I'll get to it, and then you never do. And then I was up at night, like
Hmm.
I would be up for days and days and days until my body would just black out. And
Yeah.
I was like, this is a lot of time that I'm spending that's awake, and I
Yes.
need to use it, some kind of way. And so I just opened up
Hmm.
my phone and started writing a book, and I haven't stopped.
Yeah. Wow. We love that. Well, we love that you're actually doing that now because I know you have a fan base. You have how many books have you written in total?
To date, 46,
Wow.
but
40.
46 with six. I'm going to release the seventh on September 30th, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
September 30th. And if I can get through the edits. And
Yeah.
I have six. That's going to be my seventh release, but I have 46 completed and written.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's a huge accomplishment. Congratulations
Thank
with
you.
that. I love that. I love that. Okay. So now we can get into his rented family. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie. I think, guys, I do these interviews, but I'm not an expert. I still have a lot to learn when it comes to the literature world, which I'm actually excited about because I really do believe in taking my time with stuff. So I saw that you had in there you have tropes. Can you explain to people what is that? What are tropes?
So you have genres, and then you have
Mhm.
subgenres, and then within those genres you have, when you write certain tropes. So you can write
Okay.
a fantasy, but there are so many types of fantasies in the world. What's
Mhm.
in it? What can I look for? Is there a story? Tropes are storylines within a book that hit on a certain type of storyline that people like. So
Okay.
even though it's a fantasy book, a trope may be, in that book there are two characters that are friends to lovers. And so we carry them from friends to lovers from the beginning of the book to the end of the book. And that's one trope,
Okay.
but it's still fantasy. Another trope can be smut. And there's
Okay.
a couple in there that they're constantly at it. And from
Yeah.
the beginning to the book to the end of the book, there's a smut
Mhm.
trope. Or it can be the same couple that's hitting both tropes. So
Okay.
each trope is, you find the different types of storylines within the book.
Okay. I got it. I
Mhm,
wish I
mhm.
I wish I had my dictionary because
It's basically
I'm gonna
it's called multi-layered genres.
okay. Okay. I'm
Mhm.
gonna over the weekend I'm gonna do more research into that. I love that. I really am because I really love that. I love when books are uh well developed, it's because that takes time.
Mhm.
If you're trying to
Yeah.
do multiple, tropes in there, that takes time to flesh out. So I love that. So tell us about his rented family for the people out there that are interested in wanting to pick this book up.
So I'm gonna tell you, Si, like I told all of the other interviewers, go to
Yep.
Amazon and read the synopsis for the people. Okay.
You want to do that now live?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
not live,
I spent my time on that synopsis. So yeah.
and it was here. Okay, let's see, guys. I got it up right here now. Okay, so guys, this is Harper. Is it Valiant?
Mhm.
Okay, Harper Valiant, a self-made millionaire, is on the verge of sealing a monumental $50 million deal, the most significant opportunity of his career. However, there's a major hurdle. The company in question is under the ownership of Jackson Thompson and Rowe, a corporate titan known for upholding traditional values in its operations. Within this company, promotions heavily favor employees with spouses and children as they are perceived to have greater financial responsibilities. A highly eligible and intelligent bachelor, Harper Valiant Valiant recognizes that he cannot progress with the deal without the appearance of a family. The situation worsens when he learns that attending the company's annual Thanksgiving through New Year's events, hosted by President Malik Jackson, requires him to bring along a family, a fact he had somewhat exaggerated earlier. And then we have our tropes. We have friends to lovers, fake relationship, murder mystery, thriller suspense, age gap love, yearning romance, jilted lover, uncovering secret past. Okay. And then it says, meanwhile, Candle Lane, residing in a disadvantaged neighborhood, had her academic aspirations put on hold after discovering her unexpected pregnancy despite having secured a scholarship to an Ivy League college. Struggling to gather funds for her community college tuition, a friend suggests a lucrative offer. A wealthy client is looking for a beautiful woman and a baby to pose as his family until the new year, offering a significant compensation. Will Candle accept the proposition to act as Harper's temporary family? And will Harper prioritize love or financial gain in this unusual arrangement? Explore the narrative of His Fake Family by Blk Qween, where this unorthodox duo navigates the complexities of their fabricated arranged marital bonds. That is nice. That is a nice synopsis there, Blk Qween. Okay. So guys, that is what His Rented Family is about. Okay. Very interesting plot there. Very interesting plot. So I know you said that you came up with the idea by the cover. Okay. But let me get back to my screen when it came to writing this, okay, because clearly you came up with this whole idea just from looking at the cover. Did you have a part of the book where you felt like it was challenging for you to pen, whether emotionally or just getting what's the word that I'm looking for, like putting it together logistically by writing it, figurative language maybe, or the tropes?
No, I saw the cover and it just came to me like, bing.
Wow.
And I just sat down and wrote it out.
Yeah. Wow.
Beginning, middle, end. Beginning, middle, end. Just like that. Beginning, middle, end.
Yeah, you stick to the beginning, middle, end, and you just. So do you already have the end?
I see it like a movie. I see it like a movie. I hear it in my head, like I hear the characters talking, and I just write down what they say. Beginning, middle, end.
Okay. And do you already know the end in mind? Once you
I already have
it?
I have it before I start writing. Beginning, middle, end. I have it. If I don't have all three factors, then I don't write the book. I need all three to start the book. That's what slows people down when they don't have the whole thing.
Right.
Sometimes things just come to you. You don't write books in order. I had one series of Vampire Uprising that I wrote in order, right? But I have other series that I don't write in order. I write it as it comes to me. But I don't release it until all the pieces are done, right? So I don't allow my own talents to work against me. If my brain is telling me to write this book, I'm not going to say, no, I'm going to write this one. I'm going to write the book that my brain is telling me to write. Because it's telling me to write this book for a reason. This story is knocking. So you know what? Get it out. Why are you holding it? And then you try to write something else, and then you say, oh, I got writer's block. I'm stuck. You're stuck because you are working against yourself. You're not doing what your brain is telling you to do. Yeah. The brain is its own computer. You don't tell it what to do. It tells you what to do. Yeah. The brain is what's keeping you alive. So when you start fighting with the brain, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
I don't fight with the brain. Whatever story come up, I write it.
Yeah, I love that. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had to brace for this interview because I don't know Blk Qween like that, but I'm in a group with her and I know the New York, she has that very straight shooter type personality, which I love, by the way, because I'm kind of blunt, but I feel like New Orleans blood and New York blood is we are both blood, but it's this kind of
Why are people so shocked? You know what I don't like, side that people, not you, but people are so like, oh, keep it real, keep it 100, keep it a stack, don't lie. I hate phony fast plastic people. But then when they meet one, it's like, oh, why are you rude? Why are you so blunt? Am I rude or am I being truthful? Am I rude or you don't like what you're hearing?
Yeah.
There's a difference. Not saying you, I'm talking about people.
Yeah.
There's a difference. I mean, if I'm telling you something that's the truth and I'm not being rude with it, I'm just telling you what it is. You taking it as rudeness because you're not used to people being blunt. You're not used to people being truthful. You used to people sugarcoating and playing games with you. We're not children. You sugarcoat for kids. You know what I mean? You sugarcoat for a baby. Baby, you be like, oh, don't worry, baby. That's the problem with society today. These are grown people and people playing games with people. I don't have time for that. Either you want to hear the truth or you don't.
Yeah, and it's true. It's very
don't lie to
true.
Me. I'm not exempt.
Yeah,
I'm not exempt. Don't lie to me. Tell me what you think. Because either I'm gonna use it or I'm gonna throw it away.
Yeah, and it's the truth. I think in the South, it's a little different from up. It's even like when people go. Like I remember when I was 16, we went to New York on a class art trip, and when that was the first time I ever went to New York, and just people walking, like in the South, people kind of walk slow, like we just gallivant, like just walking. In New York, it's like you will get ran over. You really will. So you gotta like, it's like it's fast
and cursed out because you walking too slow.
Yeah. So I think I love your personality. I really do. So characters though. When it comes to, and I'm starting to understand your, writing style. When it comes to your characters, how in depth do you get with planning them?
There is no planning. I don't outline. Okay. I don't plan. I just sit down in front of a computer and I start writing. I'm what you call a pantser. I don't plan it. I just sit down and I see it. They speak. I put it on paper.
Okay. Got it. I see that. And me, I'm a digress. I'm gonna Okay, so let's touch base on your journey with publishing and your process. So we know you say you sit down, you write the book, you see it like a movie. Got that. You don't really believe in writer's block.
No, it's not real.
Okay. It's something
it's a lie we feed. It's a lie we feed ourselves to be lazy in writing.
Okay.
And I know you're gonna get a lot of backlash for that one, but it is what it is.
Listen, God, we know how the internet is. People are gonna have their opinions. I already know. For me, I think, okay, I'll use myself as an example. I have a book I've been working on for over 10 years, and I came up with the idea.
That's
it is. I don't even have it with me now. Now I have about 3 chapters left.
That's 9 years and 9 months too long. You should have been finished that book in 30 days. Really, honestly. Come on now. Stop.
See, this is what I need, guys. She's like, when you get that fitness trainer and they slap the box of pizza out your
head. It take 30 days to finish a book. Stop.
It does. Stop. Now I will say, I will say that this, for me, my excuse, okay, is that it is a topic that I started when I was married, and it's on the top. It kind of deals with that, the theme of marriage.
What's the genre?
It's a mystery thriller.
Stop lying to yourself. Don't do that. Lie to the world.
Yeah.
Don't lie to the world. Don't lie to yourself. Say, I'm lazy. And I find other things that's more important to me than my dream being put up on a shelf.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're right. You're absolutely
well, once you say that to yourself,
you're right. No, you're absolutely right. I know. I think a lot of people, because you're the type of writer where you're disciplined, you're gonna get it done. And then there's writers like me who we're procrastinators.
That's not you didn't see the post in the group? It said you need to divorce procrastination and give lies and excuses a divorce, a separation.
Right. Absolutely. You're
Because you
right.
will, with anything in life, you will not. Just think about the greats. I'm a Michael
Mhm.
Jackson fan, right? Today is
Mhm.
his birthday. He would have been 67 years old had he
Oh,
survived,
happy
right?
birthday, Nicole.
Mike
Right.
would have been 67 today, right? So here's the thing. I look at old tapes of Michael Jackson, of his interviews.
Mhm.
They came, Joseph Jackson came down hard on that boy when he was a kid.
Mhm. Mhm.
There was no room for excuses.
Right.
Either you did it or you didn't.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Now, was
Yeah.
he like that with his kids? No. But he maintained that discipline in his career.
Yeah.
Either he did it or he didn't.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
there was no halfway for Mike. And
Yeah.
that's why he was successful, because Joe swung the hammer down on him young. And when he got older, he
Yeah.
understood there's no excuses in this game. And that's why he
Absolutely.
made it to the top and his brothers did not. Because he
Yeah.
pushed himself till he couldn't push himself no more. And
Yeah.
that's what we have to do as writers. We have to keep pushing. We have to decide, is me going to this barbecue more important than me pumping out 3 chapters? How badly do I want this book?
Mhm. Mhm.
How
Mhm.
badly do
Mhm.
I want to see my name up on the shelf? You'll never know the feeling of opening up an envelope and your work is in your hands. Girl,
Absolutely.
I tell you when it's like being pregnant. I tell you when I held that book, when I held Vampire Uprising in my hands, literally I fell to my knees and I thank God. I prayed because
Right.
it's a day
Right.
I never thought that I would see come. I don't care how many
Mhm.
errors, mistakes was in it. I fell to my knees because it was done. I was
Right.
holding
Right.
something in my hands that I did. And when I die
Absolutely.
and I'm ashes, dust, and bones, somebody will go to the library and pick up that book.
Right. Mhm. Right.
And that's why you get that book out. Because somebody
Mhm.
needs
Mhm.
that story you're gonna tell. Somebody going through the same thing you
Right.
went through,
Right.
and their back is on the wall and they don't know what to do. But you
Ooh.
got the story inside of you and you won't tell it.
Right.
Somebody
Right.
need that book.
Yeah. Yeah. This is, guys, this is where I feel like I'm with Iyanla right now because she is do the work.
Listen,
Do the work.
everybody got a story to tell. Somebody
Yeah.
needs that book.
Yes, yes, and that is the push, guy. That is, I'm not gonna lie, and that's what I'm doing this weekend. I really am. I said I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna write. I have 3 days.
Now you on my radar.
Yikes!
Now I'm gonna start telling me
Yikes!
where you at. What you doing today? Okay. Now I'm on you. Look at that. See?
Oh gosh, guys,
I
we're not
see
gonna go
you.
into.
I see you, Sai. I'm gonna be in the
Oh
group.
Lord.
Sai call. Are you writing today?
Oh my gosh, guys! Yikes! Yikes!
No,
Okay,
you need it. You need it. I'm gonna chase you. I'm gonna chase you.
yeah, and she's serious, guys. I
Yes,
believe
I
her.
am. I'm gonna chase you with a stick now.
Oh Lord, you really should. You know how many authors need that though? Like you
I
should
have a, I
really
have a, I have
battle.
a, I have a, I have a writing chat.
Okay,
I have a
okay.
writing chat with about 12 women in it. I think it's 12, maybe
Uh-huh.
11. I wanted to keep it
Yeah,
small.
yeah,
And yeah, we're in there. 30 days, you got to write a
yeah.
book. No excuses. Don't want to
Wow.
hear it. Somebody said, well, I'm sick with the flu. I said, are you looking at Tubi? Yeah. Turn the TV off and write your book.
Right.
Somebody said, I'm on my way to a funeral. I said, what time is it over? 5 o'clock. Go home and write your book. You don't have time for the repass.
Yeah, yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
finish. You got less than 13 days left.
yeah. I love that though. I love that. That's needed. That's needed.
You know why?
That's
Because
what.
at the end of 12 months, they have 12 books to add to their catalog. And if you've been in mock chat for 2 years, you got 24 books in your catalog.
Right, right, right. That makes sense.
Right?
That makes sense. That makes sense. It makes. I can't say anything about that.
You better not.
Um,
You on the radar now.
I know, and I'm just like, yeah. But that's I'm not, like I said, I'm grateful. I'm not gonna say nothing about that. When on your journey, because y'all, if you're not in the group, Black Girls Write Too, that's the one, right? I want to make sure I'm getting
That's
it.
the one.
I have a picture in the link. You got a lot of gems out, a
Hmm.
lot of gems out. What would you say? And are you self-published, or are you with the publisher?
No, when I came out with my four children's books, I started with the publisher, 105
Okay.
Publisher, which is an excellent, excellent publishing house.
Hmm.
I'm still with them technically under the children's line.
Okay.
Because once you're with them forever, which is cool.
Hmm.
And then when I started the adult line, I went indie. I was on my own.
Okay.
Mhm.
So with that, okay. I guess either way, either the self-published or the traditional, what would you say is a lesson that you learned and you were like, I'm never making that mistake again. I'm not doing that no more.
Mm. Investigate the people that you have working on your book. Like I remember before I
Hmm.
went to 105 Publishing, I paid an editor to edit Vampire Uprising, two of them. One tried to steal the book and say she would do it for free. She would do it for
No.
free, but she had to be listed on the copyright and or the ISBN, which unbeknownst to me at that time as a new writer was giving her permission, was giving her access as an owner to that book, like
Yeah.
to help me write it. It was my sister who was like, no, you don't put nobody name on nothing except yours.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Um, I would say
Yeah.
with editors, make sure you know what you're getting. And that it does not cost, $6,000 and $7,000 to edit a book.
Right.
Like
Right.
it costs to get certain things out. Certain it depends on what's being done, but
Hmm.
you need to looking for editor and looking for people to help you with your book is like shopping for a car. You just don't go with the first person, this is it. No, you have to check
Right.
around. You have to check prices. What am I getting? What is included? Let me see your password. Do you have any references? This book is your child. This is your baby. This is your brainchild. You just don't give it to anybody.
Yeah.
There are legal book scams that people need to be very careful of. And notice I said legal book scams.
Yeah.
So they can take your book and there's nothing you can do about
Mhm.
it because you signed it over. So
Yeah.
I would just say for people to be very wary and very careful and cautious over what they're doing when they're out here. If you don't know, come to
Mhm.
Black Rose Right Too, and we will help you out and let you know whether you're signing something that you should not be signing, or maybe you should take it to an attorney beforehand.
Right. Right. Yes. I have heard some horror stories, so
Because
definitely you want to do your research.
stop, if nobody don't know whether you got the next hit, how do you know
Hmm.
you're not
Hmm.
sitting on the next book hit? You don't
Right.
know.
Yeah.
You don't
Hmm.
know that book in yet that you say you're working on 10 years. That could be the next. Who the heck
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
That could
Yeah.
be the TV movie, the Broadway
Yeah.
play, the everything. Like
Yeah.
we don't know. So
Yeah.
that's what happened to the lady that was on Vampire Diaries.
Oh no, I thought you was gonna say the Matrix lady. But
Happened to her too? No, it didn't happen to her. She got her money. She got her money. She got
okay.
an undisclosed amount.
Okay.
She got an undisclosed amount because her books were copywritten. They stole the
Mm.
Matrix, the Terminator, and there
Oh
was
wow.
something else they stole from her.
Mm.
And the brothers had told her that no black people don't write sci-fi. This is 1984. Black people do not write sci-fi. And so they took her script, they made the movies from it, and then she waited until they came out with everything, the merch, the this, the that. And then she was in court for 10 years. And
Wow.
they wound up, and the only reason why she won is because one, her scripts were copywritten. Two, the people that worked on the film said, yeah, we did was working out her script, and we did
Mm.
use her script as a catalyst to make them. So that really helped, but their
Yeah.
money is undisclosed. They didn't even talk
Yeah.
about the amount of money she got. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
you already know the check was fat. And that was because she had copyright.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Number one,
That
you see
isn't.
me in the
Yeah.
book, copyright the book, copyright the book, copyright the book.
Yes. Yes.
Because
Yes.
this is not our court. You know what I mean by our court. And
Mm-hmm.
when we get
Mm-hmm.
there, they gonna want to see them documents. And if you don't
Yeah.
have it, it's like,
Yeah.
you should have known better. That's why I
Yeah.
give all the gems that I do. That's why I teach the legalities of a book. Yeah, it's a beautiful. You have
Mm-hmm.
an idea, protect it. Protect it.
Yeah, that is something that a lot of and the because it's so available to the masses now to just put out a book, I think a lot of people they're doing that, but they don't do the research
Mm-hmm.
behind the protecting. And it's like you did all of that's like you having a lottery ticket and you give it to somebody else, or you know what I'm saying? And it's like, what? You need to,
See what they gave me. See what they gave me. Go on and take this down there and see if I won the lottery.
yeah. That's what it's and especially if you like me and it's
And the
blood,
number
sweat, and
one way to
tears.
get and the number one way to get your book stolen, number one, ARC and Beta Read. Number one.
Mm, mm. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you don't know who that is behind there.
yeah.
You didn't
You're
have
right.
them sign
And
an NDA. I pay my
yeah,
beta reader. I pay my ARC
yeah,
reader. I pay my proofreader. You know why? I got a money trail that I
yeah,
gave you money to take
yeah,
care of my book. Now my book gets
hmm
stolen. I know the 3 people who had it, and I got a
yeah,
money receipt that says you got it. So
yeah,
if one of the 3 of y'all took it,
yeah,
I pay you on purpose to keep a money trail. You can't say you
yeah,
never got the book. Then what was I giving you $150 for just because I was trying to be nice?
yeah. And ooh, that's the thing. So, ooh, Lord, see the gems, guys. That was a reminder because I had just put out for a bit, because it's a lot, and it's kind of like when you're putting out a product too, and then somebody else like, I like that idea, I want to go do that too, and then they, people put their own spin to it, and it's like, well, it's not the exact same because I did it this way or that way, but it's like, so and that's why I am kind of like sometimes what do you think about putting out well, I guess if it's copyrighted, I was gonna say putting out like trailers and just things like that about your book if it's not done, and somebody else beating you to putting out something like that.
Okay, so here's the thing. Lord, no, I might get in trouble for this. So let me just, you know how I do. I had a book. I ain't gonna say the name. Vampire Uprising. At first, Vampire Uprising has always been copywritten from the gate. Okay.
Yeah.
It was on Wattpad. You already know Wattpad is a public reading forum.
Mm-hmm.
It was an alpha copy, mistakes, everything in it. I purposely left it that way so it was hard to mimic.
Right.
Next thing I know, somebody came out with the same concept that the vampire as well was a slave, and this, and that, right? Then I noticed that the storyline was different, but it was close, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, my book is 13 books in total. Okay.
Okay.
Vampires being slaves is not a new concept. Like everybody's done it. Octavia Butler, everybody's done the back and
Mm-hmm.
forth in time thing. It's not anything new like that. But there were a
Mm-hmm.
lot of closenesses that I was like, it's a little too close for my liking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the person
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put out my next book," and they were like, "Getting ready to put out this book, getting ready to put out this book, getting ready to put out this book." I went to Wattpad and I took down all of my books. I took down all 13 of my books. My fans were very upset. They were like, I was on book 8, I was on book 6, I was book on 5.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to
Mm-hmm.
finish. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to buy the book now, right? But I didn't take it down for them. I took it down for this reason. Right after
Mm-hmm.
I took my book down, all of a sudden, this person stopped marketing. Like, oh no, I'm gonna be late with my book. I thought I was gonna be able to do it then and then, but
Mm-hmm.
now I gotta do it then. And it wound up that the stretch was about a 2, 3 year stretch before we seen the next book.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that goes to
Mm-hmm.
show you that this person was probably using my books as an outline for their
Yeah.
book. I mean, now can I prove it? No. Do I have any
All right.
proof? No. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But there were some other little things too. Like I realized this person had DM'd me and asked me when my book was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
This person had contacted me on TikTok like out the blue when I did start coming out with my trailers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why is this person saying like good morning to mean all this. Like, you know what I mean? Then
Right.
funny things started happening on TikTok to my book. Like it was getting reported, like all
Oh
kinds of
my
stuff.
gosh.
The minute I blocked this person, you know, all of that stopped. All of that ceased.
Mm,
So
mm,
what I'm gonna say to your question is we all might have similarities in our stories, but what's for you is for you.
right.
You know, nobody could do what you do and how you do it.
Mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
know, copying somebody is the biggest form of flattery because now the person when they first came out was like, oh, you know, I don't write, you know, long books. I don't do all that. I'm a short book writer. I don't write long
Hmm.
books. And as you know, Vampire Uprising is 1,100 pages. The first book is 653. The second book is another 500 and something.
Yeah.
Now this person is coming out with a 1,000 page book too.
Mm,
Again,
yeah.
can I prove it?
Mm,
No. But
yeah.
it seems a little bit close, like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
all my pages are public. You know, I can't stop you from buying my books on
Yeah.
Amazon. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm,
I can't do none of that. But what protects me is the copyright. And I got a lawyer sitting in Manhattan that every
mhm.
time his person books release, I send it to his office. And he's
Yeah.
a copyright lawyer and he's highlighting. And when
Yeah.
we get to the end of the book, if there's too many similarities, they're going to hear from my attorney.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a, people don't, it's, even if you're self-publishing, it's a business.
Mhm.
This
And I'm
is,
not saying nothing to the person. I'm not out on these streets fighting and battling with you. I'm not arguing with
mhm.
nobody. I'm not going back and forth. You will hear from my attorney if the similarities are the same. And
Yeah.
you will have to come to court and you will have to admit to a judge what you've done or what you haven't done. And that's it. And
Yeah.
then I will sue you for sales money. Because
Yeah.
if you are using my books in any kind of way, see, people, they like to get online and fight and argue and act silly and stuff.
Mhm.
I'd rather take you to court. Go explain it to the judge.
Right.
Why are there
Right.
so many
So,
similarities? Why are there so
I
many
agree.
similarities? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna fight with you. I'm gonna go get my money.
Yeah. And that's
You
what,
know, the minimum amount of money you can sue for copyright side, just so you know, and I'm gonna let you go ahead, is $150,000. That's the minimum.
wow. And that's what I was going to say. I was going to say that people, once again, because so it's readily available for people to put things out now, I don't think people are understanding their legal rights when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to this piece, this work that you're doing. There's like you, people will go to court for thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars over
Mm-hmm.
a book,
Mm-hmm.
so that's it's a lot of research that I think people should do, especially if you know you're trying to do this as like more than one book, even if it's just one book, but if you're doing like a series and things like that. um the filmmaking industry, they're always going to need content, they're always going to need other things. So I would just say yes, look into that. Blk Qween has a lawyer, y'all should look into that as well. That way it takes some of the
Mm-hmm.
pressure off of you trying to handle all of the aspects of managing,
Mm-hmm.
the business, so that's good information. I think that was a lot of advice covering this slide right here too. um for people who okay, you gave advice about writer's block. So for the people who are like, I don't have the time, what would you tell those people? Like, I want to write, but I don't have time, my schedule does not allow me to write a book in 30 days, like it's just not.
So everybody has time to themselves. Main thing is I notice about a lot of people that work is that they don't take lunch breaks. They don't take 15-minute breaks at work. They don't take their lunch breaks. Like they'll work through their lunch break. They'll work to their 15
Mhm.
minutes. They have comp days that just go into the garbage because they haven't used them. If you don't use them, you lose them. So they won't use them because they're workaholics or they're scared. You know, if I take a day off that I'm supposed to take off, it's my day off. I'm going to lose my job and all this.
Yeah.
They don't realize that, you have to still take your days. You still have to do for you. There's a lot of people who binge watch. There's a lot of
Mm,
people who um look at movies and stuff like that when they could be typing and writing.
right.
When you are sitting in a doctor's office and you're waiting 20, 30 minutes, outside in a waiting room, why are you looking at Maury? I'm just saying Maury because Maury's off the air. Why are you looking at Maury instead of writing your book
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
making notes? When you're waiting for your child at soccer practice
yeah.
and he's on the field, what are you doing being a cheer mom? Sit down and write your book while he is
Right.
practicing his soccer. There's plenty of opportunities.
Mhm.
Sometimes people go to the gym 4 and 5 times a week. Like doctors even say you can go to the gym 2, 3 times a week and you're good. Why are you going 4 and 5? The other 2 days that you go into the gym, stop going to the gym those 2 days. And I'm fat. I'm not trying to sing and say you don't go to the gym. I'm
Yeah,
saying those 2 days that you already went 3 days.
right.
It's not going to kill you to take 2 days and maybe do some
Yeah,
exercise in the house and write your book.
absolutely. Absolutely.
When you're
Yeah,
sitting
there's
in the
time.
bathtub and you're taking a bath, the door is closed.
Yeah, right.
Write your book on your phone.
Right.
You have to fit it in.
Yeah. Yeah. There's 24
You
hours in
have
a
to
day,
you have to
guys.
fit it in.
Yeah. We gotta stop making the excuses, guys. This was a blessing for me today. We're at our trivia time. Okay. We have a quick little trivia, okay, of author edition of Would You Rather.
Oh
Okay.
Lord, let me see this
So
now.
yeah, Blk Qween, we're gonna have you pick a number from 1 to 4.
I'm gonna pick lucky number 2.
2. Okay, I think this is a good question. Okay, what's that 2? That was, I think it was 2.
2.
Let me see. Yeah, that was 2. Okay. So, would you rather see your characters in museums or in memes?
Museums.
I figured you would say that. I really
The Wax Museum, Madame Tussauds.
what? Okay, okay. I love that. I
They
love that.
vampires.
Right, right, right. Oh my God. I love that. Most people pick the memes because it's, social media
Mhm.
nowadays.
Memes,
I like,
memes go away. The museum is forever.
mm, okay, see the wisdom here with Blk Qween,
Look, look,
okay?
look. We still looking at stuff in the museum from the pharaohs.
Mm, mm. See what I'm saying, guys? It's another level. It's another level. Okay, so this guy.
They take down exhibits and they bring them back up. They trade exhibits
Yeah,
to other states and other countries. So
yeah.
where you may not be a famous, your books might not be popping here, but in North Carolina your books are popping. They'll send your wax figures down to North Carolina Wax Museum where your books
Mm,
are popping, and you're bringing in people there that want to see your
right.
exhibit because they read your books. And maybe not there, your characters are not doing good because they're wax. Maybe they're doing good in New Orleans Wax Museum.
Hmm. Hmm.
The
Yeah, it's a
museum is
lot.
forever. Memes fade. They go away. Like I have
Mhm, it's
memes from when I was on Facebook back in 2001,
yeah.
and they're not even popular no more. But the museum is never. We're dead and ash and bones and dust. They will
Mhm,
drag out those characters for your books
mhm.
because it's your
Right,
anniversary, like your Anne Rice, and put
right,
your stuff
right.
up in the girl. You from New Orleans? You know Anne Rice is a saint down here. Saint. Ain't nobody getting rid of Anne Rice. You know that.
Oh my
Literally,
God. This is a lot,
girl.
guys. And this is
People go to the cemetery to sit on her stuff and take pictures. I'm like, that's what I want to be one day. I want people to come see me to take a picture in front of my grave.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the thing about being a writer and getting into this with this slide. When I was going to ask you what's next, I want to know, is a goal of yours to have your books turned into anything that we will see on the screen?
So Vampire Uprising already has a script. It was written by Brianna Cole. Um,
Okay.
she did a TV script for me, not a movie script.
Uh-huh.
And so I have to copyright it first, and then I'll start trying to put it out there. I do
Oh
have
yeah.
someone that I'm working with to take it to Germany. So
Oh,
hopefully,
nice.
yeah, maybe it might hit overseas first and then come
Yeah.
back here.
Yeah, I love that. I love, and there's so many different avenues writing can take you in different directions, and that's
Hmm.
I would love that. Do you do any like? Do you go to any festivals and or what is it called? Yeah, because I know we have the National Black Book Festival coming up in Houston in October, and Pages in the City. Are you going to be at that one? Pages
Girl,
in the City.
Pages in the City to me is mainly for urban writers. I'm not an urban writer. Like I went on
Okay.
their page and a lot of their authors were urban, a lot of their books were urban. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful they're doing something
Yeah.
big in New York City like that. But
Yeah.
that's another thing when you're selling a book. You need to you is when you pay for these events, are they covering your genre? If
Right.
everybody there is coming to see urban authors, which is fine,
Yeah.
perfect. You're not going to
Yeah.
make any sales because your books are not urban.
Yeah. And I know because I had her on here. I think we put out I interviewed her in July, I think, and we put
Hmm.
out the interview this week sometime. And I don't from what she was saying, just for the listeners out there, I don't think I know you're saying most of the authors that probably registered are urban, but I know she plans on having readers come out so they can buy tickets as well. So and this is their first event. So I know she'll probably expand, but she wanted it to be kind of small to start off
And
with.
no, trust me when I'm saying, in no ways am I downing the event. Like
Yeah,
it's in my home
absolutely.
city, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
with it 100%. In no ways am I
yeah,
down. I don't down people's events like at all. But I just
yeah.
noticed. I take note that you asked me early on, like, what should
Uh-huh.
people be mindful of in the book world, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of money like that can be put out to promote your book, right? A lot of it is
Mm-hmm.
good. Like you got the Boozy Book Tour, you got Pages in the City, you got the Black
Mm-hmm.
Romance event, you got all these
Mm-hmm.
events which are wonderful for us Black indie authors to come out and meet our fans and
Mm-hmm.
sell our books and take pictures and kiss babies. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
as an author, you have to be careful. Are
Mm-hmm.
there going to be readers there that read
Right.
your genre? I am a fantasy author. Are there going to
Mm-hmm.
be people there for fantasy books? And
Right.
if the answer is no, I can't go because I'm not going to
Yeah.
pay 200. I'm not saying for this
Yeah.
particular young lady page in the city. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
speaking in general. I'm
Yeah.
not going to pay $200 for a table and I can't make one sale.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. I get that.
as an author, you have to watch the other
Mm-hmm.
authors that are going to be there. If you see a bunch
And
of
see how. Yeah.
urban authors, no, it doesn't have to do with female and male. If you see they're all in the same genre, which is what it is, it's
Mm-hmm.
usually the same genre, so you can get all those
Yeah.
people to get the sales. If you see everybody is an urban or everybody is a sci-fi or everybody is a nonfiction, what are you
Yeah.
doing there? You're not the readers are going to be coming there for that genre and that niche.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
Yeah.
going to make any sales.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is something that, especially in if you're not with a traditional publisher and you're trying to make money from your book, you have, like Black Queen is saying, you need to do that type of research and thinking, oh, it's a book event. But what are the people that are coming there? What are they looking for? What do they have a
Hmm.
taste for? Because there's so many vendors that's going to be there. So
Hmm.
not everybody's going to buy something from every single table. So that's yeah. Um, well, as far as
Yeah, and it's
go
not
ahead,
it's
go ahead.
nothing personal against anyone. Like I'm
Oh
very
yeah,
proud of
no,
the
it's
fact that we
business.
are
It's business.
doing all
Yeah.
these events. I'm so proud of it and everything. I really
Yes.
am. And
Yeah.
I'm happy that we're getting so much traction and so much attention on so many levels, you know.
Right.
But I mean,
Right.
like I'm just telling people, like it's hard being a fantasy writer. It is. It's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's very. You
Yeah.
asked me. This is a challenge. It's hard because
Yeah.
my people read fantasy, but you gotta dig like gold to find them. It's very
Yeah.
hard. It's very hard for
Okay.
me to get my reader audience.
Yeah. I think okay, so with that being said, what was that movie? Would you classify Sinners as fantasy? The movie? Did you
I
see
didn't
Sinners?
see it. No,
You
I
did
didn't
okay.
see it yet.
Okay. All right. Well, I just saw it like maybe
I've seen clips of it though, but I would classify it based on the trailers.
mhm.
I would classify it as fantasy.
Okay, and that's what I was gonna say because actually, I mean, when people saw that, from what I had heard, because sitting in the movies for 3 hours. I gotta watch it when it come out at home, so I can be on my couch. But I like to go to support. Seeing this double-edged sword. But what I heard from a lot of people was that they really liked it because they weren't used to seeing, I guess, the different tropes with Black people, with all of those things happening. So a lot of people liked the movie, from what I heard, and I would think, because like you were saying, it's hard with that, but I think the more people kind of see stuff like that, maybe they'll be open to it.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah. Well, we had a lady on
A
the
movie
web.
is different from a book,
It
right?
is. It is
You got to
totally.
get people to read the book first in order for the movie to be
Yeah.
done. But
Yeah.
that's Jordan Peele. So I mean, that's the other man. I forgot Coogler, right? So
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler. So that's different, right?
Yeah.
They already are in that niche and in that genre, so they have a certain set of people that go
Yeah.
out and get that, right? But there have been so many times that people have said, I have marketed my book, like, if you like Sinners, then grab Vampire Uprising, and people have said, well, I like I like vampire movies. I don't like reading vampire books.
Yeah. And I get, I'm a
It's
reading
a
teacher.
very
I get
it's
it.
very paranormal, as you know, sci-fi, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
fantasy, as you know, true fantasy, true
Right.
paranormal, true
Mm-hmm.
sci-fi, true epic fantasy. It's
Yeah.
very hard. It's just like it's very hard for that lady that was doing the Matrix to break into.
Yeah.
She just now getting her kudos
Yeah.
and then 30 years later. Like, it's so hard because
Yeah.
we are not urban. We don't write about street lit.
Yeah.
We don't write about
Yeah.
guns. We don't write about
Yeah.
drugs. We don't write about
Yeah.
whoring and prostitution, and we don't glorify that. We trying to take you to another
Yeah.
realm, another planet, another
Right.
dimension.
Right.
And a lot of Black people, they don't want to see
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah. It's a very fine-tuned niche. I think that's what people think of it. But I think once they start reading it, they might, because I feel like you could find relatability with
Mm-hmm.
things that you might not think you would, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense, if you give it a
Mm-hmm.
try,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I heard that TikTok is great. Are you on TikTok?
I'm on
Like book
TikTok.
talk?
I'm on
Okay.
TikTok.
Well, have you gotten have you gotten what is it? I guess followers and people
Yeah,
that way.
I have 11.9 followers on Facebook. I have almost 5,000 followers on TikTok. I had 6,000 on Instagram until somebody hacked
Uh-huh.
me. And they were all mostly readers. I had about 700 on Threads. So
Okay.
I got readers, I get downloads. Like, I had over
Yeah.
10,000 downloads in Bray last year, and I'm in constantly,
Yeah.
I'm in Sucked Up Your Kindle events where, I'm getting
Yeah.
13, 14, 15,000
Yeah.
downloads per book. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of getting people read, but because I'm getting paid. Like, I can see that you're reading a book,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
getting a review, it's funny because, like, I'm in an urban group, right? And somebody said,
Mhm.
hey, does anybody know any vampire books or whatever for the season? Halloween is a big thing for me,
Mhm.
right? And three people were
Yes.
like, oh yeah, I read Vampire Uprising. It was a really good book. It was really good. And I'm like,
Mhm.
did you leave a review?
Right.
No.
Right.
All three
Right.
of them.
Right.
No. I'm like, okay, thank you for the read.
And see, that's the thing. I think readers forget sometimes. I try to, guys, in the comments, guys, if you are a reader, when you guys read books, leaving a review is like
Mm-hmm.
gold for
Mm-hmm.
writers. It's like gold.
A positive
So
review, a 5-star.
yeah, specifically.
A 5-star. 5-star.
Oh my God. This has been a great interview. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then
Blk
let me just
Qween.
say before you
Yeah.
hang up one time,
Mhm.
like, if
Mhm.
you have never read a fantasy book, you have always read urban all the
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
You cannot properly leave a review for that book because you have
Yeah.
nothing to compare it to. So what I
Right.
would ask is that you read another book in the same genre and then go back and
Mhm.
leave the review. Because you
Right.
can't compare. You don't know whether that was a good or a bad book. You
Right.
don't know. You don't have
Right.
nothing to compare it to.
Yeah. It's kind of like when people do read romance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really read a lot of romance, I'm not gonna lie. But from interviewing people, they say there's a formula. Like for romance, you have to have them get together at the end. Like it has to. That's what people want to see. So when you just said about reading different genres, fantasy, sci-fi, all that, there's a certain expectation, is what you're saying. Like if you're in that genre, then this is, so if you haven't read that before, you're probably using a different genre to compare that to. And that wasn't the goal. That wasn't the purpose of what this is. Yeah. So, well, where can they let the readers know where they can find your books? I'm going to put the link in the description for them.
I'm on Amazon. Under Blk Qween. You can find my books on Goodreads. If you want to purchase them, you can purchase them on Amazon. All of my books are there. They're all mostly under Kindles. Most of them have paperbacks and audiobooks. His Rented Family basically is about, a man who was orphaned at 14 years old, and he buried himself in his work, and put his foot in his mouth by saying that he was married in a big magazine like Harper's Bazaar, and he really wasn't. And so now he needs a family to cover his tracks. But what he doesn't realize is that in doing that, he is inadvertently falling in love and uncovering the lie they told him about the death of his parents, which turned out to be a murder. So he just met this girl. He's fallen in love with this girl, and she's helping him unravel the lie they told him about his parents.
Wow. Guys, that sounds very interesting. Like I'm literally, I already clicked the purchase before I was like, oh wow.
And I'm on Facebook. Y'all can find me on there. Y'all can DM me. I always answer my DMs. I don't ignore people. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. You can always DM me, message me. I'm here. Yep. Any advice? I'm here.
Yes, you will love her.
Don't DM me no craziness like the man did and said, "Can I become a vampire?"
He's like, where do I sign? Listen, some of these fans, they, okay, what was that show called? Misery. Yeah.
Please don't let me end up like that girl. I'll be calling you Tom in the basement.
Listen, oh my God.
Vampire girl, come get me.
Listen, but that, I don't know if that's goals. I don't, a win is a win, maybe. I don't. He fell in love with the work. You did a good job. You understood your time. Listen, that's effective writing. That is effective writing. Okay. Well, this has been a blast. Oh my God.
Yes, it has. We had fun.
Yeah, so guys, definitely check out His Rented Family and all of Blk Qween's other books. Okay, we thank you so much for stopping by, Blk Qween, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Thank you.